In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Kali Linux onto a virtual machine using Microsoft Hyper-V. As we can see in this Microsoft documentation, Windows 10 Pro, Enterprise and Education Edition include Hyper-V as a feature. If you only have Windows 10 Home, you will need to upgrade to Windows 10 Pro in order to complete this installation. In this case, I would recommend switching to a different hypervisor application, which is free. I would recommend VMware or VirtualBox. Okay, let's get started. So just click your start icon and type in Control Panel. Open the Control Panel. Select Program and Features. Select Turn Windows Features on or off. Check the Hypervisor checkbox. Select OK. You will need to restart your computer. Save and close all other applications that you have open on your computer before restarting. Select Restart Now. The computer has restarted. Select the start icon. Type in Hyper-V. This is the Hyper-V application. Open the application. This is where we will create the virtual machine using Hyper-V and install the Kali Linux operating system. Click Action. New. Virtual machine. Name your virtual machine. Store it in the default location. Select Next. Select Generation 2. Unless you are using an older version of an operating system that is not compatible with Generation 2, you should always select Generation 2. If you are interested in more information regarding what generation supports the different versions of operating systems, you can visit this page. You may find the particular operating system and check whether or not Generation 1 or 2 supports that operating system. Kali Linux is built off the operating system called Debian. We can see here that the Debian operating system is supported by both generations. We're going to select Generation 2. Select Next. Set the startup memory to 15 megabytes and verify that dynamic memory is enabled. At least 10 megabytes is required to install Kali Linux. Dynamic memory indicates that memory allocation will change as the virtual machine requires more or less memory space. Select Next. We need to set up a connection to the internet. The install requires to talk to the internet to gather more installation data during the initial installation process. Select Default Switch. If this option is not appearing, you will need to restart the computer. Once you open the hypervisor again after the restart, this option should appear. Select Next. Leave the virtual hard disk drive options as default. Select Next. This is where we will need to point to the Kali Linux ISO installation image. This file will install the operating system when the virtual machine first boots. We will need to go to the Kali Linux website to download this file. Here we have the variety of platforms Kali can run on. ARM platforms are single board computers, small devices similar to Raspberry Pis. Kali Linux can be downloaded onto mobile devices. We want either the bare metal or virtual machine package. There is a lot to unpack when it comes to the differences between these two packages. Virtualization is a complex concept, and I will go into more detail on this concept in another video and provide a link in the below comments. In simple terms, the bare metal package installs the operating system directly onto a computer's hardware. The virtual machine install is created for the purpose of being installed onto a computer running a hypervisor application. The hypervisor application shares the computer's resources amongst several virtual machines. Examples of a hypervisor application are VMware, VirtualBox, and the application that we just installed, Microsoft Hypervisor. There are particular advantages and disadvantages in choosing either installation package in terms of performance. For this installation, we are going to choose the bare metal package. Select this installation when you are installing the operating system onto an isolated machine that is not connected to the internet. We are going to choose Netinstaller. This file is quite large and will take some time. I'm going to pause here and come back when the file has completed download. The file should appear in your downloads directory once the download is complete. I'm going to move the file to a separate location for long-term use. Note that I have placed it in the Documents, ISO Files directory. Go back to your hypervisor. Browse to select the directory. Select the file. Select Next. Select Finish. Your virtual machine has just been created. Right-click your VM. Select Settings. Go to Firmware. Make sure this DVD drive is at the top of the selection. Sometimes it can appear down the bottom. You need it to be at the top. Disable Secure Boot. Select Apply. Select OK. Right-click your VM. Select Connect. Select Start. You will now need to use the keyboard only to interact with user interface. Press the down icon. Press Enter. Select English as the language. Select your location. Select the keyboard setup. Provide a host name. Provide a domain name. Press Enter to continue. Provide your full name. It will automatically select your first name for the username. Select Enter to continue. Provide a password. Retype the password. Select your location. Select Guided, use entire disk. select all files in one partition. Select finish partitioning and write change to disk. Select yes. We don't need to provide any proxy information, so just press enter to continue. Okay, so now it's installing the software. This may take some time, so I'm just going to pause it here and get back to you when it's finished loading. In order to select continue, you will need to press tab at least twice to get to the continue selection. And press enter. This indicates the installation was successful. Press enter to continue. And now press enter again to select Kali GUI Linux. And the operating system should boot. So the username was the username that you set during the installation. So it should technically be your first name. And this was the password that you set. You have now successfully installed Kali onto a virtual machine using Hyper-V. This activity up here, if you can see the little blue activity, that indicates that the virtual machine has established an internet connection. Now, when you turn off your computer, you want to make sure that you correctly turn off your virtual machine first. So you want to go File, Action, Shut Down, and Shut Down. Exit, and exit. If you had any technical difficulties while performing this activity, provide a comment below. Technical support may be provided. Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for watching.